welcome to English News Broadcast with me, Bersabet Takhle. Let's start with the major headlines for today. Training Center in Tesene inaugurated on 28th July. Eritrean Community Festival in Scandinavian countries concluded. UN peacekeepers opened fire in Democratic Republic of Congo, causing several casualties. And thousands evacuate as California's McKinney fire spreads. On the local news, Training Center worth 33 million NAFA, sponsored by Swiss branch of the National Union of Eritrean Women, was inaugurated on 28 July in Tesene. The inauguration ceremony was attended by Ms. Lu'ul Gebra, Minister of Labor and Social Welfare, and Colonel Jonas Bitso Amla, Commander of Northwest Border Command, as well as other invited guests. Speaking at the event, Ms. Tesfa Mikael, President of the National Union of Eritrean Women, indicating that training centers aimed at developing the overall capacity of women have been established in all regions with cooperation of nationals inside the country and abroad, commended the contribution made by the Swiss branch. Mr. Gabraselassie Negash, Director General of Administration and Finance in the region, on his part expressed readiness to play due part in enabling the center to realize its intended goal. Mr. Hastawelde, head of the Swiss branch, expressed satisfaction for observing the project being finalized and ready for operation. The training center includes assembly hall with capacity of accommodating 500 people, one training hallway, 5 offices, as well as 10 latrines. The 24th Eritrean Community Festival in the Scandinavian countries that was officially opened on 28 July in Stockholm under the theme Independent Choice, Backbone of Our Pride, concluded on the 31st July. The festival was highlighted by the presence of the 6 regional governors as guests of honor, a number of nationals from Scandinavian countries and others, as well as by Walta cultural troupe from Eritrea. Indicating that participation and contribution of nationals in the national affairs is growing from time to time, Mr. Alem Tekla-Giergis, chairman of the Holidays Coordinating Committee in the Scandinavian countries, said that this attests to the strong attachment the nationals have with their homeland. Mr. Sirak Bahlebi, head of Public and Community Affairs at the Eritrean Embassy, on his part expressed appreciation to all that contributed for the success of the festival. The festival featured seminars on the objective situation in the homeland as well as regional developments, children's village, community gatherings, youth programs, exhibitions, as well as cultural and artistic performances, among others. Ambassador Mahmoud Ali Hurri, governor of Gashbarka region, also conducted seminar to participants focusing on the external hostilities and conspiracies and the strong resistance of the Eritrean people, as well as on the set our national development programs. As part of the preparation for conducting cervical cancer vaccination campaign, the Ministry of Health, in cooperation with partners, organized 3-day training program. The objective of the training program, in which representatives of health professionals from all regions of the country, as well as members of the Ministry of Education took part, was to develop common understanding and design work program for the campaign. Indicating that the training program was to finalize the preparation for successful implementation of the vaccination program at all levels, Dr. Kassete Birhan Solomon, head of the Ministry of Health in Ansaba region, and Dr. Aman El Mehretab, head of the Ministry of Health in Southern region, expressed readiness to conduct sustainable awareness-raising activities so that the vaccination program hits its intended target. Pointing out that 75% of the targeted women for the vaccination are students, Mr. Samira Takhla, coordinator of health promotion at the Ministry of Education, called on all schools and parents to reinforce participation for the successful implementation of the program. The cervical cancer vaccination program is aimed at enabling females from 9 to 14 years develop immunity of the disease and is set to be conducted from 20 to 25 November. On your last report, we have an announcement from the Ministry of Health. 9 patients have been diagnosed positive for COVID-19 and tests is carried out today at testing station in the central region. On the other hand, 23 patients who have been receiving medical treatment in a hospital in the central region have recovered fully and have been discharged from the facility. The total number of recovered patients has accordingly increased to 9,827, while the number of deaths stands at 103. The total number of confirmed cases in the country to date has increased to 10,054. Ministry of Health, Asmara, August 1st, 2022. That was domestic news, dear viewers. We'll be back with your international reports after the short break. Welcome back. On your global news, an unknown number of people have been killed and several others were injured after UN peacekeepers opened fire at a border post in the Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo. Video of the incident shared on social media showed men, at least one in police uniform and another in army uniform, advancing towards the immobilized UN convoy behind a closed barrier in Kasindi. The town is in Beni territory on the border with Uganda. After a verbal exchange, the peacekeepers appeared to open fire before opening the gate, driving on and continuing to shoot while people scattered or hid. The North Kivu governor's representative in Kasindi said that 8 people, including 2 policemen who were working at the barrier, were seriously injured in the incident. The special representative of the Secretary General of the UN in the Democratic Republic of Congo said that an investigation had begun and the suspected perpetrators arrested. She also added that contact had been made with the country of origin of the soldiers so that legal proceedings can be initiated urgently, although she did not name the countries. Meanwhile, the UN chief Antonio Guterres said he was outraged by the incident and demanded accountability. On today's last report, the largest fire in California this year has forced thousands of people to evacuate as it wrecks homes and rips through the western U.S. state's drained terrain. The McKinney fire was completely uncontained as it burned in Klamath National Forest in Northern California, consuming more than 21,000 hectares near the city of Wairika. The governor of California, which has already battled several blazes this summer, declared a state of emergency on Saturday, saying the fire had destroyed homes and threatened critical infrastructure after breaking out on Friday. The governor added in a statement that the fire was intensified and spread by dry fuels, extreme drought conditions, high temperatures, winds, and lightning storms. According to the California Office of Emergency Service, more than 2,000 residents were under evacuation orders and some 200 under evacuation warnings, mostly in Siskiyou County. Nearly 650 people were working to douse the blaze as of yesterday, and firefighting forces were sent from nearby Oregon to help containment efforts. Fire authorities in California said the cause of the blaze was still under investigation. Dear viewers, you're still watching ERi-TV, and now recap of today's major headlines. Training center in Tesene inaugurated on 28 July. Eritrean Community Festival in Scandinavian countries concluded. UN peacekeepers open fire in Democratic Republic of Congo, causing several casualties. And thousands evacuate as California's McKinney fire spreads. Dear viewers, that was it for today. Thanks for watching and have a good one.